Vortex. You know my feelings on the television, right? I'm sure you do. But let's reiterate. There's so many shows about vigilante behavior, megalomaniac behavior. So many shows about perpetrators and why they became perpetrators. And I think that this is mainly because we don't have an actual justice system. So of course they turn to the television to give them the justice that they're seeking, you know? Well, you know, back when I used to watch TV, the only thing that I would watch were crime dramas, okay? Because I'm desperate for justice, damn it. And not social justice, mind you. Because anytime that people talk of social justice, that just means that they're a leftist lunatic, okay? There's no such thing as equality. Like, never, ever, 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 ever will there ever be equality. And not just between the sexes, not just between the races, but ever, ever, ever fucking ever. In relation to every motherfucking thing, there will never ever be equality. Which is precisely why so many people are crazy, because they can't just accept the fact that life's not fair. And I feel sorry for them because, like, you know, when you realize that life isn't fair, you're really at an advantage towards the rest of society that turns to politicians in order to pretend that they're going to instill that, you know? You know, I used to believe in policy changes and shit like that because I wanted to believe that maybe I was wrong about the system. I wanted to believe that I was wrong about every instinct that I ever had in relation to society and the way that things really are. But it might seem like it's a more painful existence. It might seem like it's a real nuisance, but it's actually not, because like you don't trust anybody, you know? You don't trust anybody. You always assume that like people are gonna do the opposite of what they say, because most people don't know themselves, and if they don't know themselves, they're more likely to make the same mistake over and over again and not realize that it's a fucking mistake, you know? They're more likely to keep putting themselves in a situation that reminds them of the original situation where they first felt like a victim. And it's like the more that I'm reading about child abuse, the less I give a fuck about anybody's like personal qualms with society, because I'm like, dude, you could have it so much worse. Like, no matter what, you could always have it so much worse. And in all the time that you're focusing on the shit that you don't have and all the shit that they did to you, you know, you're gonna lose sight of what you actually do have and the fact that not everybody did that to you, you know? But if you look at life like that, if you look at life like everybody's out to get me, everybody's gonna hurt me at some point, then, you know, you just kind of become reclusive in that mindset. And believe it or not, the reason why I'm a recluse isn't because of other people. It's really because of me. Because there are plenty of people in my life that mean a lot to me, and I spend time with them. And I talk to them on the telephone. Or I might email them. If we're not on telephone level yet. But, like, I think it's pretty fucked up that people don't think that it's their responsibility to figure it out, you know? That's literally why all these shitheads make so much money off these dumbasses. Because, yeah, I think that you're stupid, like emotionally stupid, for not taking it upon yourself to figure out what ails you so that you don't have to be on fucking pills for the rest of your life. It's so crazy to me. Like, there are people that have serious back injuries, or, you know, maybe they threw their arm out or something like that, and they are on disability because they can't function the way that they used to, right? And then you have people on disability because they choose to take medication that makes them not be able to function. Or they just listen to the shit advice from a shit society that doesn't care if they kill themselves. And that's really fucked up. And then they look at me like I'm fucking crazy because I've done my research on this stuff, and I go, wow, I don't want any part of that. But, you know, I gotta meet these motherfuckers where they are. I can't keep expecting them to read, you know? But in all fairness to that statement I just made, that sounded very ignorant and arrogant at the same time. It's like, people don't think that they should have to research that stuff. Because a doctor is a doctor for a reason, right? They earn that lab coat. They earn that fucking legal pad with the prescription pad. They earn the prescription pad, damn it. So it's like, why wouldn't they know what they're talking about? That's the blind trust that society has towards people, all because they're wearing a fucking uniform. All because they're in this costume, and this costume screams, I know what I'm talking about! Trust me, man! I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm paid to do this. And then they talk mad shit about people that aren't getting paid, that obviously aren't in it for the money, and they say, oh, they're fucking quacks because they're not pharmaceutical shills, right? Sorry. I swear, I go on this rant about psychiatry like every 3 days. I just thought I'd share it with y'all. But yeah, I find it interesting though, like how in a society that has so many choices, it's like the majority of that society just makes the wrong choices because they enjoy being lied to. And they can continue to be a victim in the most like minute way. And I'm not saying that people aren't victims of medical malpractice, but if you try to tell these people something that's not mainstream, something that's not conventional, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. I guess just figure out how to gauge like who you can say these things to, because sometimes it's really inappropriate, and you know, you just never know who's gonna try to report you or like, you know, complain about you to somebody that has more authority or whatever the fuck. But I think a lot of people they're genuinely confused, or they're just like completely turned off by me. So they just kind of want to get away from me as quickly as possible, which I understand. You know, I feel the exact same way.